Retired Air Force Colonel John Venable. He is a former fighter pilot who also commanded the famed Air Force Thunderbirds, and he's presently a senior fellow at the Heritage Foundation. It's a pleasure to have you on this morning. Let's start with this new development, the surprise announcement by Poland offering to give these warplanes to the U.S. And the Biden administration said they were surprised. They had no idea this was happening. They say it's not tenable and it would raise serious concerns for the entire NATO alliance. Break this down for us. Explain to us.
Good morning, Rudabeh, and thank you for having me on. This announcement from Poland would be anything but a surprise to the administration. It's been worked behind the scenes by just about every nation around this conflict. And the fact that the administration right now is revealing its internal disputes and its internal tearing of any form of legitimate policy against Russia is becoming evident. Poland has actually put itself at risk by making this announcement. Cutting this many fighters, it's on the order of 28 out of its portfolio, out of its capacity to defend its own nation, is something that would have been brokered with the EUCOM commander, General Todd Walters, and the other nations so that they could be covered, they could get in other assets to make sure that their airspace was protected. So this is anything but a surprise announcement, and the fact that the administration is carrying it on so right now is baffling.
So you're saying the Pentagon is lying to the American people?
I'm saying that the Pentagon did its best to project what it thought was coming. Admiral Kirby and his announcements was actually conveying what he knew behind the scenes. But now you're seeing an internal struggle, an administration that's basically torn against itself in this wrestling tournament.
But I'm sorry, but are you saying that this was not a surprise, that the administration and the Pentagon knew about this and that they've been lying and saying it was a surprise?
If you go back and listen to John Kirby talk about what was coming and a deal to provide aircraft to Ukraine, this has been in the works for a while. And so the administration right now, you're watching Austin, you're watching Milley, both of them basically pushing back against this. And the way they're doing this is saying that it's a surprise announcement. This is anything but a surprise. This was the right move. And just like providing javelins, this is another instrument that we could give Ukraine to help defend itself. It's no different in any aspect, and the way they're carrying it about is somewhat baffling.
Okay, but explain to me, because isn't there a big risk if the U.S. directly crosses the border into contested airspace that we could be drawn into this major conflict?
Rudabeh, we've been pumping arms. General Milley stood beside a Javelin missile, showing the United States support by supplying these munitions to Ukraine. They don't get there magically. We have to truck them across the border or fly them in. And so if you're thinking that, or anybody is basically conveying the fact that us allowing Ukrainians to move air assets into that airspace would be a violation of some premise, is wrong. This is the same gray area that has been in existence for years and years. If you go back to the United States supplying Stinger missiles to the mullahs in Afghanistan to fight the Russians, all of that was done behind the scenes, but the Russians knew we were doing it, and we knew we were doing it. And so it was a surprise to no one, but you have to go through this idea that it's repulsive that this nation is actually fighting us, or like Iran was supplying roadside bombs to factions inside of Iraq when we were there. We took offense to that, but we didn't go and strike Iran in the process. This is the same thing of moving javelins into Ukrainian ground territory and allowing Ukrainian fighter pilots to fly aircraft in. at their own risk. If they flew in, they would have to do it low, where they were out of the observance of the S-400 surface-to-air missile system that the Russians have. But it would be in this same gray area that the world has been operating in for many, many decades.
Okay, and quickly before we go, so you have the expertise in this area. What is the logistically sound way then to deliver these jets to Ukrainian fighters?
Well, the hard way would be to truck them in. You could disassemble them or actually move them on flatbeds and get them in country. The fastest way would be to actually fly them in, and you'd have to do it at low altitude. But Rudabeh, the supplies that go along with it, the spare parts, the ammunition that the Poles are going to supply as part of this deal, that all has to be trucked in or flown in. Most likely it will go via road, and it takes time to get there. This is a big move. It's one of the few things the West can do to overtly support this administration, this Ukrainian president who's doing incredible things for his nation. He's been crying out for a long time. And while we could not do a no-fly zone, that would not be feasible in any facet of the word right now. We should not even attempt that. But we should supply these fighters to them and allow them to defend their homeland.
Commander, thank you for your expertise and for joining us this morning. We appreciate having you.
My pleasure, ma'am.
Still ahead, many Americans are concerned about the impact of fracking on the environment, but is it one of the only options now?
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.